What's up, collective? It's your girl, Honey the Shaman here, and I have a reading for you. But before we start, I was living a life of sin, and then a divine stepped on it, and I feel saved. Okay, so let's get into this reading. Welcome to my live. Why did it just go dark? Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm happy that you guys are allowing me to read for you. Hope we get some good messages out for us today. I already feel called to some intuitive reads. The Messiah has risen. Oh gosh. New phone, who is this? Contact don't exist. You no longer answer when they reach out. Okay. The talent is an angel. They gave up on you. Go back and find them. They love, miss, and need you. Okay. Let's see what else comes out. Forced to not say nothing. So somebody knew something here. And last little bit. Weaponized silence and distance. So we do have something coming out here that I feel called to, which is on the tail end of that message of somebody having had forced another person to stay distant from you as a means to hurt you in some sort of way. Married into the wrong reason/cause, or married the wrong person, or married for money. This could be due to somebody that somebody is in a relationship with, or they're married. Could have caused them to pull away from you. We have the Three of Swords here and the Devil energy. So there's some resentment and heartache. Somebody wants to know what was the reason for something here. The Devil and the Six of Swords. And we had a couple cards fall out here. I'm not going to take them, but it won't hurt to see what they're trying to tell us about. We got the Three of Pentacles to the Four of Cups. So there's a lot of people that were once against you, because this Three of Pentacles is in the reverse. A lot of people who are once against you now doing some research to figure out some things here, because they ruined their relationship with you in some sort of way. They decided to go work with other people here with this Eight of Pentacles. With this Queen of Swords, this person who had a negative vendetta against you. And this King of Cups who didn't care about you. So now somebody is doing their research to figure out what's going on. Because some people are caught up in some form of darkness in the name of some money. That's the reason for this here. And we have some manipulation played a part. So some people could be spell work, because it's the Magician in the reverse that came out with that card. And let's just get like 3 cards to start us off here. It kind of came out in a Y shape here. So our first card is the Knight of Cups. And we have that to the Hermit. So there's some impressionable minds here. Some young, naive minds who just went with the flow. Chariot energy. So there's some young, impressionable minds that just decided to go with the flow in a situation. They looked up to this dominant figure. It could be a masculine, who was like leading the charge, leading the show. And there's 2 people here. They both were singing the same tune. What happened to my nail polish? It was just there a second ago. There's 2 people here, and they both were singing the same tune. And it gives some impressionable minds just blindly followed behind. And this is bringing some form of anguish here, because they didn't think for themselves. They were manipulated. Queen of Swords in reverse and the Magician in the reverse. Let's get some more on this message. These are people who pulled away from you. Their own intuition told them to give into you, to invest in a relationship with you. And it's giving, they chose to follow the other two people. So we have a consistent message coming out here. This feminine and masculine energy that led young impressionable minds, or just impressionable minds in general, in a certain direction. People who blindly followed. And now they wish they didn't make that decision, but they're stuck with the decisions that they've made, with the Seven of Cups coming out stagnant here. What else we have stagnant is the Three of Wands. So these are people who you could have left behind in the past. They were singing, I'm getting from this instrument here, singing a different tune. Somebody could be trying to sort some facts out. We got the Seven and the Three of Wands, the Ten of Wands, because something is bringing in burdens. Something that was said. But whatever was said could be led by these people. That's coming in here too. So we have the Five of Swords to the Nine of Swords here. Somebody can't defend themselves for why they said something. So they have no defense with that Five of Swords. And with the Nine of Swords, it's keeping them stuck in like mental anguish here. And the Five and the Nine of Swords, that's 14 swords, which reduces to Five of Swords. Because there's some sort of attack against them, or somebody is like pursuing something against them. And they don't have like a defense as to why they previously said something. And it's just bringing in a lot of anguish here. And certain people, with the way that this Knight of Cups is looking, it's like some people feel like they were taken advantage of here. They feel like they were preyed on. And now they wish they didn't work with these people, with this Three of Pentacles in the reverse. They wish they didn't work with these people. Now, the High Priestess is stagnant on top of the Nine of Swords. Somebody is stuck because they caused someone else to go into a place. Like if somebody's life is falling apart, right? If somebody is going through some form of like psychic attacks, mental attacks, or just like crazy thoughts, not able to get their thoughts together, this feminine energy present here feels responsible. And it feels like it could be for more than one person at that, especially for this Knight of Cups that keeps coming out. A younger person that they feel some sort of fealty towards. There's some sort of care here, but it feels very vague. This could be a narcissistic feminine. Although when I originally pulled that anguish card, it felt like it could be for someone else. So somebody's starting to feel the weight of being a negative influence in people's lives that looked up to them. Two of Pentacles. This is somebody who thought something was easy. I'm picking up the energy of easy going with this card here. Somebody thought that they were going to be charming enough to pull something off. This Emperor in the reverse is giving gift of gab energy. It's also coming out as a King of Swords in reverse. So there's an energy here of mastermind. But I'm picking up mega mind. This person could have a big head. That could also mean just a big ego as well. These are people who try to make you unstable. Some of you, it's mentally unstable. Others of you, they could have done something to really try to touch or destroy your foundation in some way with this Four of Wands in the reverse. And this hat is making me feel like somebody's going to be losing their stability, like changing hats. You understand? Like I'm hearing hats off to the chef. They cook something up. And that hats off to the chef just sounds very kind of like vindictive almost. Somebody thought that they were mega mind. They were so intelligent. They just knew it. Something was going to work out a certain way, and it didn't. And then now it's like they're going to be losing something here for trying to go after your stability. So on top of the Three of Pentacles in the reverse, We have an Eight of Pentacles here. So it's giving something to do with a group that work together. 11 Pentacles. You don't reduce Pentacles. So this was to bring in some sort of finances, to manifest finances here. That Pentacle energy. Something's making me feel lethargic. Could be because I had a long day. Anyways. Three of Cups here is stagnant. Now people don't want to work with this person. Now whatever was offered, whatever was on the table is not a good offer here. This Nine of Swords, the Empress. This is somebody who caused you a lot of mental pain, as well as trying to destroy your foundation, or their attempt to destroy your foundation or your stability in general caused you a lot of mental anguish. You could have been good to this person. Look how she's looking. Like, I can't believe you'll hurt me like that. I can't believe you would hurt me like this. So this is questioning. This is like a energy of questioning things here. And then now I have this Six of Swords. Now somebody's wondering if you're gone for good. Now somebody's wondering if you're going to get this stability, take it, and move away from them. So the same person or people who attempted to destroy your stability, you could be in a position where you are aligned with receiving this stability. And now their thought process is about whether or not you're going to take this stability and go and leave with it. So their whole mentality is just around your level of stability. They don't even care about what you went through. They don't even care about what they did to you. I heard mindless behavior. They utilized a lie in order to do this. There's a form of lies here. To destroy connections in your life with this Two of Cups in reverse. And also celebrations. Moment where you could have been about to elevate or celebrate. They had a hand in like sinking your ship. See how it looks kind of like an anchor? They could have been responsible for destroying like connections in your past as well. Because they were jealous of who you were. You come out as the Empress in the upright. It doesn't have to be gender specific, you know who you are. And whoever this mega mind, mastermind comes up as the Emperor in the reverse. You have good fortune coming in. Maybe you were always a person who had good fortune. Or when you were around this person, these people, you had good fortune. And it made them jealous. It made them envious. It made them want it for themselves. It does feel like there's a level of spell work that was done on some people here. Not just the masculine, but that spell work feels very cloaked, as if somebody doesn't really want anybody to look into the spell work that they've done on this person. Megamind had somebody do spell work on them, and it's giving this Empress, this High Priestess energy that's been stagnant. So this High Priestess that has been stagnant here has that Knight of Cups energy, upset because they trusted them. Then you have this other energy that came out whose life is in shambles. They also feel responsible for. And then they did spell work on this Emperor in the reverse, also responsible for. So this is somebody that's being forced into a place of accountability. And like I said, what came off that card earlier was that this person is narcissistic. And if we know anything about narcissists, is that they don't necessarily like to be held accountable. So life is forcing a level of accountability through people who are close to them, or that they can't deny their responsibility for in some sort of way, if that makes sense. This person is trying to be coy. They're trying to charm their way through this. They're trying to remedy people's feelings with their charming nature in some way. And then also the jewels in her hair is sticking out to me. Maybe even gifts or money or something. And they're being coy and they're smiling, but the way I just paused and looked at this Empress, this is somebody, oh, that's kind of feeling like, I'm gonna get you. But whatever this is that's going on, they let that it show. You know, that it show. They did that. So how could they be angry or want to target you because an attack against you didn't work? They did this. So if life is showing up and forcing this person into a place of accountability, and they're existing in a position where they're saying, I'm going to get the person who I tried to hurt and it backfired, and they're not taking accountability there, guess what's going to happen? More brute force accountability, where this coy stuff is not going to work. When it comes to the Wheel of Fortune and the Three of Pentacles, this person sees the people who pulled away from them and no longer wanting to work with them as a win for you. And this person is looking up some sort of like occult knowledge here. So this is giving like some person who does something behind closed doors. This is like a closeted practitioner, or a person who goes to practitioners. They don't want people to know that they're into practice. Like this is something that people may not know about this person. Doesn't seem like maybe everybody doesn't know, but a lot of people don't know that this person does this stuff. And they're trying to figure out how to turn the tide to get people to work against you again. Something I picked up on this energy saying that like that was short-lived. They don't like how something seems like it was just short-lived. They wanted something to be permanent that was not necessarily your portion. They wanted something to be permanent that you didn't necessarily do to anybody. They wanted you stuck in burdens with this Ten of Wands. They wanted it too heavy for you to carry. They can't stomach the fact that certain people are very hurt in regards to you. And they also want people to project their pain onto you here. So this isn't just a closeted like practitioner. This is somebody that's a part of like a cult. That's what it's giving here. Judgment is here. We have 10-10. Something is completely over though. This person has finally stepped into a place of judgment. So and that's why the accountability for the people that they feel responsible for hurting is starting. So because they're at the starting point of that race. They're at the starting point of that race of their judgment. Their judgment is here. We have the Wheel of Fortune, the Moon card in the reverse. This person is being blocked from knowing certain things about you, and I'm picking up on the fact that they are doing certain things to try and find out what you have going on. Listen is sticking out to me here. Listen. So they're trying really hard to just get in your business, and they can't. So they want to have somebody come and look at you, spying you, report back. This is giving somebody who feels like you got away from them, but as if you're like a possession or like something that they own. I kind of want to say here. A bee was mimicking you to get them. So this is also somebody who was jealous of you. Jealous of the fact that you loved yourself is coming out here. This is giving family vibes, or somebody you grew up with, grew up around, something like that. You guys had a lover in the past here that this person was in cahoots with. And this wasn't somebody that you had a long-term relationship with. It was a fling. And what about this? Ooh. They got this person got in contact with this fling, however they did it. And it's giving me, I'm seeing the analogy of 15 coins, like Judas energy. This person did something to kind of try and sell you out. They got close to you. Then this person approached that person, could have offered them something or paid them, and then you cut the connection off spiritually. Like you were divinely guided away from somebody. And it feels like you feel like that connection wasn't like a horrific connection, or for some of you, you could have found out like it really was horrific. That's why you moved away from this person. But it's like you had an intuitive nudge to like just get this person away from you. And this happened like right in the nick of time in this situation. They thought that this person like was going to woo you. This person is like considered pretty attractive to you. You were attracted to this person. But your attraction to them didn't make you question your values or your worth to receive kind of less than what you deserved. So it didn't matter how attractive they were. They thought they had it in the bag with this person. So this is, like I said, a narcissist that feels like they own you. They're not seeing you as another person. They're seeing you as a possession. And it feels like you're going to be a part of this person's judgment when it comes to waking them up to humanity, because they're deeply in their narcissism. Deeply in their narcissism. Just the fact that they can't own you, control your love life, control the people around you, the way that they think is a big wake-up call. This person doesn't want me talking about them either, but they're going to be talked about because the collective needs to know what's going on. The masculine in this energy, this mega mind, is coming through here as the King of Cups in the reverse. This is another person who has like blind loyalty towards this feminine energy. And they, like I said, I don't know what just happened, but it felt like my energy felt like real lethargic. They want to figure out if they can come in. These two actually can be in a relationship, because that's the King of Cups. And this High Priestess is the Queen of Cups. Are they in a relationship? Because given this is that mega mind, that magic was done to. See, they don't want me looking into their business. He wants to figure out if there's a way for him to utilize some sort of care for you. Could be like, and it doesn't have to be gender specific, right? They want to figure out if they can get close to you and utilize a form of like, if you have a vulnerability towards these people or something like that, in order to work their way back into your life. And it seems like his mentality or her mentality is about this Wheel of Fortune. You remember we saw earlier with the Six of Swords, are you just going to take some sort of abundance, you saw that big ship, and just sail away with it? They don't care about what's going on with you, if you're okay, what happened to you. They just care about what's going on elsewhere, right? So they want to come in like a loving person, a loving friend, a loving partner, a loving family member. But their mentality is very sneaky, very vindictive, very much a foot soldier, so to say, of that High Priestess, Queen of Cups, stagnant energy. But it's giving, you're not one to be played with here. You're not somebody to target. This isn't going to work. They're not going to be able to target you. Somebody has like long hair, long braids, or you guys can have a deep connection, or somebody's trying to do root magic in order to trigger you to be able to be acceptable. This is giving root magic. Somebody's doing root magic to try to trigger you to be susceptible to whatever connection that this is. But that card is in the reverse. You ain't going for that. That's not gonna happen here. Something about a target. This crossbow was sticking out to me. Target practice. And then I'm picking up on the Nine of Pentacles, because this is on top of the Two of Pentacles, which is about abundance. And every time we talk about this masculine energy, we keep talking about a loss. So that would be the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse. So this person is like trying to figure out how to line you up for you to be susceptible to them, for them to do something deceitful. When in reality, it just seems like they're digging their own ditch, right? Digging their own grave type of energy here. And when it comes to that Wheel of Fortune, they don't want you to be able to be smart about it. They want you to be able to be used. You came, see how these two, this could be a family member. It could be a parental figure, a husband, a grandfather, or feminine versions of those people. You guys are, something about you is similar. Come from the same place. See how that's the same? Yeah, they want you to be naive and stupid, easily manipulated. And there's a sense of entitlement, or like they should have access to something that doesn't belong to them. So this is deeply rooted in one's ego. This person has like a stank face toward you. Because how can you be so abundant all on your own? You're just this, and they see you as like this docile, kind of easy target. Like you're this sweet thing, this naive thing, like this thing that's easy to take advantage of. I don't know what this is stemming from, because I don't pick up on the fact that like that is what's in this collective, right? But at the same time, this person just, they won't let go of this mentality of you. That's why I'm getting the energy of whoever this person is could have known you since you were a child. So it was like, are they perceiving a little kid still and you're a big dog at this point? That person is walking severely into judgment and they don't know it. There isn't any amount of research or any amount of occult knowledge or whatever this is that'll get them to this point. They think because you could have cared about them at one point or another, or have been like kind of like submissive towards them, that they have whatever they think that they have over you. I can't even pull it because it just doesn't exist. It's literally a concept that they've created in their head here. The devil in the reverse, they're not going to be your warden here. They're not going to be your devil. You understand? Like, I don't know. This person has some weird dreams or some sick fantasies or something here like this too. This person is desiring something that just, why are you not fantasizing about yourself? This person could have been a catalyst for a lot of the burdens you went through in your life. This Ten of Wands is sticking out to me, and like trying to really stick them on you in this lifetime. You may have had to pull away from this person. Look at that 10. Remember I just said the 10 of Wands? Now we have the 10 of Pentacles in reverse. And if you've had some sort of financial struggles, this person could have been responsible for it, or responsible for not helping you. Or if they could have been in a position to help you at times when you need it and they didn't. But then we have this 5, which was that devil card, the 5 of Wands here, right? And then our next card, like we just said, was the 10 of Pentacles. So while this person is either staying stagnant or decreasing, you're going to be twice as big as them. Or it's something about how abundant you are. They didn't help you, right? How abundant you are. It's going to be a multiple of how abundant they are. So if they dwindled some sort of success in your face, or if they were more successful than you, your success is going to be like 10 times greater than theirs. Double, right? And I'm picking up an energy of God being like, they should have helped you. This is somebody who tried to take your light from you in some sort of way. If they didn't try to take your light, they wanted to take your light, right? But God never let this person truly see your actual light. What they saw was a false light. Or what it was that they saw was your moon. So on the back of my, I'm gonna leave that. What they saw was like your moon or your shadow side. So it's giving an energy you were protected. So like, let's say you have like people in your family or this person who always spoke about the bad in you, or like if you weren't perfect about something, or always put you down, or always put you down or always did something like that, right? It's because they were blocked from seeing your light. If they would do that with your shadow, what do you think they would do with your light? So you were hidden from this person, like hidden in plain sight. Like they were forced rose-colored goggles. And it's that high priestess that did that spell work on Megamind, because that's what this person's that's the nickname the spirit realm is calling him. The high priestess that did the spell work on that person to make them that way. It's like kind of like they worked in God's favor in some sort of way, because they could have done something to make this person see you bad, and all it did was hide the real you, and that protected you from this person, right? The Hierophant here. We have the Hierophant. I think we're gonna have to pull one more card. The Hierophant to the wet. Eight of Wands. This is somebody who felt like you were indebted to them. It felt like you are attached to them. Like you're not allowed to leave them. This is somebody who could have been manipulative in a sense of like trying to convince you they were protecting you from something, but they're the monster. Right? That's something like that is coming through here. And the Strength card in the reverse. They are coming out as a bit weak here. They're coming out like their anger is their weakness, and it's used against them in many ways. We have the Ace of Wands, also with this being the Knight of Wands. It's like they don't want for people to know about this temper. So this is somebody who has a hidden anger. For some of you, you could have been abused as a child. Not everybody, it's this collective, right? It could have been by this person. This is giving that they have some covert narcissistic tendencies as well, but they care about my reputation, my reputation, my reputation. That energy is coming out here. This person has like demons of their own, because this Devil card is sticking out. It's also a wand, right? And whatever is inside of them is very mean to them. It's given this person could have a mean inner voice. They could be angry that you know certain things about them. This is why they want you to be submissive and work for them and let them keep you. They feel like when you're not around them or you're separate from them, that their reputation is in danger because of what you know about them or things that they've done to you here. And this is why they see you as this like childlike energy, because if they see you that way, it's like something that they do for themselves. Because if they saw you as like a full-blown, you know, the epiphany of what you actually are, they would be continuously intimidated. But if they put you in this childlike mind and like convince themselves they have control over you, then they can sleep at night. This is somebody who has extreme control issues here. They're used to being in control, directing things. It could be manager or something like that. Their reputation is everything to them. We have the Hanged Man here. They're doing some research about you. They're finding some things out about how protected you are, how they're not going to be able to actually hurt you. And this is sending this person into a spiral. Look how those scales are upside down. And this is an injustice card. See injustice? And the injustice is what they did to you. So if you have this level of protection and they've done something to you, it's giving a level of fear about what discipline is to come because of what they've done to you, and questions as to if something never happened to them. Why hasn't it happened yet if you're that protected? Or they want to know, are they exempt? And if they're not exempt, why did God wait? It's going to be much worse because is everything piling up together? They're starting to get some level of paranoia. The sun. There's no sunshine when she's gone. In the night when she goes away. They're worried. This person is worried. They're not feeling very happy about what they're finding out. This is somebody who sinned against you way before they understood what you are, what you bring, and whose you are. There's a level of fear. Somebody could have even cried. And it's sad because if they hurt you, you would think that if they're crying, it would be because they hurt you. But there's a level of crying because of a fear of discipline. Okay.